This is Roger Johnson on CNN speaking to you tonight about a grave emergency developing in Africa. I'm not sure how many of you listeners are up to date on the situation in Africa, but Africa has been plagued by a water crisis for decades now. Their water is unsanitary and carries diseases which can tragically be very fatal indeed. They don't have proper sanitation, and, this is an issue which, in my opinion, has been ignored and overlooked by so many people. I mean, sure, you've got the non-governmental organizations like Water.org, who have Matt Damon and Gary White, and they're brilliant people. What that organization is doing is just fantastic, but there simply just isn't enough being done to combat this dreadful issue, and as a result, an emergency situation has developed in Africa, which, as it turns out, could impact the entire world. In the last 72 hours, roughly, a newer, more lethal version, reports are saying, of one of the many diseases in African water has mutated. It has become airborne, as I said before, more fatal and more deadly to humans, and I'm hearing other life forms as well. And it's spreading like wildfire. An emergency is happening. This disease has wiped out thousands of African lives, reports are just saying, and while the disease is still currently in Africa, it could very easily spread to the rest of the world. Governments are in a panic about this. It's in, say, the top 5 most lethal diseases in human history. And this is something which could have been easily prevented. The facts are, it could have been very easily prevented if people had more kindness and generosity in their hearts to help solve the water crisis before something horrific like this has happened. And this is Roger Johnson signing off. We will be back with an update. This is CNN News.